In this video, we're going to explore different types of arcs related to circles. And the first one we have is a minor arc. So on the left-hand side of this diagram here, we've got examples of what a minor arc is, and then we have what are called counter examples, so non-examples. So looking at the first ones here, we have a measure of 108 degrees, one of 73 degrees. Those are examples of minor arcs. Counter examples would be something like 312 degrees and 180. As the name suggests, a minor arc is a fairly small arc. So the definition we're going to use for this is an arc of a circle that measures less than 180 degrees. So that's how we're going to define a minor arc. A major arc, similar in scope, but a little bit different. So examples of major arcs includes this one that's 226, this one that's 312, and our counter examples would be things like 73 and 180. So our definition of a major arc, as the name suggests, it's a big arc. A major arc is an arc of a circle that measures more than 180 degrees, but less than 360. is one rotation around the circle, so essentially we're back where we started from. So that's going to be kind of our cutoff point for measuring arcs. And then the last definition we have is a semicircle. In a semicircle, we have only one example of what a semicircle looks like because it's got a very specific measurement. Our example of a semicircle has 180 degrees, and our counterexamples are pretty much anything else. So a semicircle, like the name suggests, is half of a circle. If the entire circle is 360 degrees, then we would expect the semicircle to be exactly half of that, or 180. So our definition of a semicircle is an arc. Oops. I could spell, there we go, of a circle that measures exactly 180 degrees. And then the last piece of this, before we get to some examples of using this in action, what's the relationship between a major arc and its corresponding minor arc? So again, the major arc is the one that goes bigger than 180, and that minor arc is the one that's less than 180 degrees. If we put them together, what we end up getting is the entire circle. So one way to go around the circle is the long way, that's the major arc way, and the other way is to go the smaller way, which is the minor arc. So the major arc and minor arc add up to 360 degrees. So let's put this into action. Looking at number 1 through 4, and I think this is probably kind of a basic illustration of all the pieces to this. We have 4 different arcs that we're trying to find. We know that given that SA is a diameter of the circle, now a diameter of the circle will go straight through the center of that circle and we'll divide it into 2 equal halves as far as the measurements of the angles go. So on one side of this circle, of this diameter, we have 180 degrees, and we have the same on the other side as well. So basically from here down to here is 180, and if we go on the other side, so from here to here, that's also 180 degrees. What we want to do is find the measurement of RA. Well, to do that, we have to recognize that this part SA is our diameter, and that there's 180 degrees from this point to this point. So all the arcs that create that semicircle have to add up to 180 degrees. If this is 99, then we know the leftovers are going to be what RA is, which is in this case 81 degrees. So I can take 20x plus 1, set it equal to 81, and solve for x, and I get 4. But I don't really need to know that. I need to know right now that RA is 81 degrees. To find LA, though, I do need to know what that x value was. So if we said that x was equal to 4, that's the only value of x that makes that equation true. If I take 25 times 4, I get 100. Take away 17, I get 83 degrees. So that's the measurement of LA right there. SLR, and I'm going to highlight this arc so you can see where this goes. We start with S, we go through L, all the way to R. So effectively what we're doing is finding everything in this circle, so all 360, but not including the 99. Well, there's a couple ways we can do this. One is we can take 360 minus 99, or we can take this 180 that we know is this half right here and add to it this arc, which we know is 81 degrees. Either way, when we put those together, we should end up getting, for our arc, 261 degrees. So that is a major arc for sure. We will never name a major arc with using only 2 letters. So 3 letters could be a tip-off that you are using a major arc. And if we looked at LAS, so if we start at point L and go through A and end at S, now what we've done is we've taken these 3 pieces here. We don't want this one, but we don't know what that one is. So we're going to add this, this, and this. Now these 2 together add up to 180 degrees, because they make that semicircle. We already found out that LA was 83. So if we take 180 plus 83, we end up getting 263. And so that's our major arc, LAS. Again, major arc is less than 180. I'm sorry, minor arc is less than 180. A major arc is between 180 and 360, not including those end values. A semicircle is exactly 180. And together, a major and minor arc will add up to 360 degrees.